How did Celtic's victory over Inter in the 1967 European Cup final change football forever? In 1967, the European Cup was still in its infancy. Despite being just over a decade old, it went from strength to strength, building its reputation as the finest club competition on earth. What made the European Cup so successful was its scope. Early international club competitions had been played in the shape of the Mitropa Cup and the Latin Cup, but these were still limited to Central and Western Europe. In the 1953-54 season, English champions Wolverhampton Wanderers had used their status to host Europe's best clubs at Molineux. The exhibitions were dubbed floodlit friendlies due to their late kick-off times. Frequently running out as victors, it was not long before the British press had dubbed them champions of the world. The European Cup, devised by L'Équipe magazine in France, set out to determine once and for all who the best side in Europe was. Tactically speaking, the winners of the tournament since 1956 had favoured rigid tactical styles. Inter Milan had dominated the competition from the mid-1960s, adopting a platform of catenaccio. This would see 4 man-marking defenders with the sweeper to pick up loose balls. Furthermore, with fast and effective counter-attacks, the Italians would have chances to score. Paranoid, negative and brutal, the style would be reviled in Britain, particularly after Liverpool's semi-final defeat to the Milan side in 1965. Similar to modern-day park the bus or aeroplane, as Jose Mourinho would tell you, the tactics were branded as anti-football. Meeting them in Lisbon was Scottish champion Celtic, who, although only beating weaker opposition, had impressed the footballing community with their attacking flair, scoring 16 goals in their 8 games. Jockstein's side had also won the Domestic League and both national cups. The European Cup, therefore, will be the final piece of an unprecedented quadruple. Pre-match conversation was dominated by tactics. The Red and Evening Post featured the headline, "It's an all-out attack plan for Celtic's heroes." The article continues to note that the game would be a battle of tactics. Inter, it was reported, were likely to try and slow the game down and gain an ascendancy in midfield before launching quick and explosive counter-attacks. The general atmosphere before the game was one of battles. Celtic, it seemed, were representing the future of football. Stein, aware of the animosity towards the Italians and their style of play, was quick to quell any ill feeling. "We will play an attacking game. We've come to play a game of football, not to fight a war." The final got off to the worst possible start for the boys. A goal down within 7 minutes following a penalty from Sandro Mazzola, the son of Valentino. In theory, this would suit the Italians perfectly. With a narrow lead to defend, surely Catenaccio would prevail once more. As the second half progressed, however, the positive attacking style of Celtic began to pay off, as first Thomas Gemmell equalised before an 84th minute finish from Stevie Chalmers won the match. In reality, the second half had been a brutal onslaught of attacking football, which Inter couldn't contain. Catenaccio had been exposed and might take years to recover. Stein was quick to praise the attacking mentality of his side. This was a triumph for attacking football against defensive methods. Even the opposition were able to see the beauty of Celtic's play. The team was nicknamed the Lisbon Lions after the game, as they became the first British side to win the ultimate prize in club football. Furthermore, the whole side was born within 30 miles of Parkhead, Celtic's home ground. This, coupled with an upbringing of impoverishment, illness and intolerance, meant the side represented far more than the badge they wore on their green and white hoops. On the pitch, victory in Lisbon would open football up to new tactical invention. Matt Busby's Manchester United would emerge victorious the following season, before the mighty Ajax and Bayern teams ruled the continent for half a decade. Football was changing once more, and Celtic were to thank. In Italy, Inter would take the next 30 years to fully recover to the heights of the 1960s. In 1972, Cruyff's Ajax had further compounded Catenaccio's decline with a new tactical invention, total football. Ironically, it was with Jose Mourinho's rebranded Catenaccio that the Nerazzurri swept all aside before winning an historic treble in 2010. The importance of the Lisbon Lions grows stronger with every newspaper, documentary and memoir. It remains a powerful example of football being about a community and an identity above all else. The green half of Glasgow kicked, headed and tackled every ball that their heroes did. The Lisbon Lions were a family whose legacy will be fondly remembered for decades to come. Thank you so much for watching this video by the Full History Boys. Hope you really enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. We've got loads more videos on the channel, so please check those out as well. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.